All right, welcome back, in-game family. We are here for another best ball draft. But did you die? When we're asking right off the bat, when am I doing another underdog draft, a $3 one tonight? Right now, gonna do a $3 schnauzer. You see it right there. I'm trying to see if I can get 20 of these in before it closes. This is only number 3, so I got a ways to go. So if you want to jump in with me, we're going to be doing a schnauzer draft. Get your underdog accounts ready. If you don't have an underdog account and you're watching this either now or later and thinking, hey, that looks fun, I want to do that. Well, you should. It is fun. Go to Underdog, sign up, use promo code ENDGAME, because not only is that going to get you a free pick that you can use on pick'ems right away to help you win those pick'ems, but also up to $1,000 in bonus cash that you can use to join these drafts and start drafting just like I'm going to do tonight. But with that said, let's get into a schnauzer draft right now. So I'm going to count us in. If you want to try to get in here with me, you know the deal. We're going to do 20 seconds per pick. It's fast, it's furious, it's fun. All right, get your underdog counts ready. I'm counting us in. We're going to join in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we are in. Looks like we need 3 people. 2 people. You know me, I always do my picks on the phone because it's not as good on the computer. All right, there we go. And we are full. And it looks like I get the 101. Nope, I get the 105. My bad. 105. Number 5 pick. Good evening, Scott. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Let's see anybody in here recognize. But did you die? You got in. Nice. You're at the 8. I like it. He got in. He's at the 8. Samuori, what's up? Recognize him. All right, we got a couple people in here. Couple people. What's up, Disbanded Brotherhood? Are you in the draft? Are you one of these players? What's good, Daryl? He's got the 3, so Daryl at the 3. All right. Nice. All right, here we go. The draft is now officially underway. Yep, Sportshead at 11. What's up? All right, Chase number 1. No surprise there. And by the way, for those of you who are like, oh man, I don't like these little $3 drafts. I want the Best Ball Mania 6. Don't you worry. On Wednesday, Pierre and I will be doing a Best Ball Mania 6 together. All right, Jefferson at the 2. It's a little different. All right, Saquon at the 4. Goes to Daryl there. Good pick. Bijan, now it's me. I'm going to go CD here. Let's go CD. Disbanded Brotherhood saying he's the same name on Underdog, so I'm guessing I don't see you in this one. All right, then we have Gibbs and Amonra. All right, but did you die on the clock? What do we got here? What's the play? Neighbors, I like it. All right, Williams asking, what would be the better keeper as a 10th round, Justin Fields or Michael Penix Jr.? Oh, that's tough. I mean, I certainly think Penix has more long-term value. Yes, you are late, Young Money. You missed it. You have to be back here. You have to be back here on Wednesday when we do a Best Ball Mania draft, Pierre and I. Man. I mean, Fields gets drafted way ahead of Penix Jr. this year. Man. I mean, I guess I'd probably say Fields because unless your league like hoards quarterbacks, if Fields struggles, can't you just drop him and pick Fields back up? I mean, pick Michael Penix Jr. back up. So Fields, if you're worried that you'll never get Michael Penix Jr. back, like if you drop him, he'll never get him back, then maybe I would go Penix. All right, quite a running back run to start the second round. Derrick Henry, which I don't mind, CMC, but then Josh Jacobs, who we usually see go much later than this. So Genty Jacobs start there at the 10 hole. Yick wants to know, do I prefer Genty over Henry and CMC in late? Yeah, I still prefer Genty slightly above those guys. I wouldn't fault anybody for going Henry over him. Maybe CMC. You know I like CMC, but man, I want to take the value on CMC if I can and get him second round. So I think I still prefer Genty over those guys. All right, but did you die with the Neighbors McConkey start? It's be a fantastic dynasty team. Can't hate it. Man, there's some good. Yeah, I don't think I can pass on Achane here. Too much upside. Too much weekly spike week upside to pass on him here. Darryl going running back. Achane was still pretty okay. The only problem with Achane last year, Young Money, was when Tua was out. It was quite his splits last year were kind of crazy, like without Tua. Like he had game 23, 29, 26, 32, 20, 20, 21, 18, 31. I mean, he still had some monster spike weeks. I remember when we do like our start sit streams, it was like when Tua wasn't playing, we're like, you can't even start Achane. It was crazy. So hopefully Tua stays healthy. All right, I'll happily take Terry here. I don't understand. Like, I feel like Terry's a nice value. Yeah, he wasn't putting up 40 and 50, but I mean, how many guys score 40, 50? Like you don't get a lot of 40, 50 point weeks across the season. JSN is an 11th round keeper. Is that great value even with Cup in Seattle? That is phenomenal value. Phenomenal value. I'm not worried about Cup. Cup is cooked. Cup is cooked. And you can see here, JSN mid-third round. Yick saying got ninth. Yick saying got the ninth pick in his half PPR home league. Would you recommend taking running back or wide receiver? I'd recommend taking the best player available. Like, so when you look at the board here, I still prefer Nico to Genty. I might prefer BTJ to Genty. That's where it gets close for me. So it really depends on who's on the board at the ninth. But like if you get the ninth pick and Neighbors is still on the board, I'm taking Neighbors over Genty for sure. For sure. I don't know how your league drafts, but I'm just using this one as an example. And yeah, I know what you're saying, Young Money, but again, like AJ Brown isn't giving you 40, 50 point spike weeks. Jonathan Taylor isn't giving you 40, 50 point spike weeks. Drake London isn't giving you that. McConkey's not. Bucky's not. Like nobody in this range is giving you 40 to 50 point spike weeks, probably. He's off all Eagles pass catchers. I think Goddard's a great value because everybody just assumed he was getting traded and now he's being completely forgotten. But yeah, I do. AJ Brown, I feel like, is always a little overdrafted. I feel like Smith is still a good value. I mean, we're in round 4 here, and Devonta Smith is still on the board. Like he's going right around guys like Cortland Sutton, DK Metcalf. I mean, I, I don't think those guys are better. Devonta Smith is the definition of mid. That's some harsh words for a guy who was like averaged over 15 points per game last year. What did Devonta Smith? I'm on the clock. Speaking of Devonta Smith, I'm gonna take him here just because you blasphemed him. I'm gonna see if maybe I can get Hurts on the way back because nobody wants to draft Jaylen Hurts this year. Okay, Cortland Sutton, who you know I like, is a definition of mid in fantasy. And I like Cortland Sutton. But Cortland Sutton, I mean, Devonta Smith still gave you 1, 2, 3, 4. Still gave you 4 20-plus point games, and 2 of those games were over 28. Sutton last year gave you 1, 2, only gave you 3 20-point games and never once hit 30. Sutton is like, to me, is the definition of mid. I don't understand why everybody loves Cortland Sutton. Like, Cortland Sutton is the definition of floor. Sutton is fine in your redraft leagues, but in these leagues, I need more weekly upside, man. And look at that. Jaylen Hurts falls to me almost in the middle of round 5, although I do really like Jameson Williams. But I mean, I just can't do it. I'm going to have way too much Jaylen Hurts this year. I don't understand how Jaylen Hurts is going this late in drafts. Are the first 3 guys that were taken off the board Madden cover candidates? Are they all on the Madden cover? Is Chase, Jefferson, and Saquon all on the Madden cover this year? All right, holy running back run, Batman. Anderson, Walker, Kamara, Chuba, James Conner. Just keep it going. Everybody take a running back so I can get Jameson Williams. That'd be great. Or take DK Metcalf in his 15-point floor. Sorry, sports guy. There goes Jameson. Dang it. That's great value. Great value for Jameson. Yeah, I'm not really feeling DK Metcalf this year. I mean, okay, sure, he's got no competition for targets, but who is he catching passes from? How do I feel about trading away players at their peak value in Dynasty? It's never a bad thing to trade away a player at peak value if you're getting a comparable return. But it's always a tricky thing because sometimes, like, we think, take Derrick Henry 3 or 4 years ago. You're like, I was guilty of this. Like, I'm gonna trade this guy away at peak value. Derrick Henry's still rumbling along as a top 5 running back. You know, think about I remember the first Dynasty league I ever joined, I drafted Tom Brady. And I remember thinking something like, okay, you know, I'll roll with Tom Brady this year and then maybe I'll get rid of him. And Tom Brady played like 10 more years, 11 more years. So sometimes you think you're trading away at peak value and then it's like, oh, maybe it wasn't actually peak value. And I would be a little more hesitant to trade away somebody at peak value like a Nico Collins, who's still a very young wide receiver. I don't know if that was Keenan. I don't know if you say Allen, if that was Josh Allen or CJ Stroud. Again, I'd be more hesitant on younger guys. Although when you try to, like, I think Saquon is probably the best example right now in Dynasty of a guy I'd be willing to trade away at peak value that still is valued extremely highly by the Dynasty community. He could still be awesome this year. He could be awesome for 3-4 more years. But it's not like a Jahmyr Gibbs, or a Bijan Robinson, who you're like, okay, this guy's probably going to be awesome for many more years, almost guaranteed. How do I feel about trading 109 and Rachaad White for Garrett Wilson in Dynasty? I'll take Garrett Wilson. I know he hasn't lived up to expectations yet, but I mean, it's the 109. It's the 109. It's not a lock. It's not a lock. Garrett Wilson's still a very young wide receiver. I would take Garrett Wilson. All right. Oh, man. I don't usually go tight end early, but I'll take the value on Laporta here. We'll just take the value. Nothing wrong with taking the value. Trade away Nico Pacheco and Hollywood for JSN in the 104. Okay, and the 104 turn into Neighbors. Well, I mean, okay. Yeah. I mean, in that case, yeah, good trade. You did well. That's part of what makes Dynasty fun, right? Everybody values players and picks and things a little different. When do you move off a guy? When do you not move off a guy? Who do you gamble on? Because, I mean, if you think about it going into last season, Nico Pacheco and Hollywood had a lot of value because, I mean, Nico's a monster. Pacheco was going to be the lead back for the Chiefs, and Hollywood just signed with the Chiefs. And JSN was coming off basically I don't want to say a bust year one, but a very poor year one. So this trade, like last year, probably maybe even looked better for the Nico side. That's what's great about Dynasty, right? Like, if we go back in time to this time last year, many people might have preferred the Nico Pacheco Hollywood side. That's the other thing about Dynasty and fantasy football is just player values change drastically year to year. Like Stroud was supposed to be the next best quarterback. Now nobody even wants that guy. Well, you traded Stroud in the 204 for Kyler and the 104. Who did that trade? That's just okay. That trade's ridiculous. Like, I get that everybody thought Stroud was going to be like the next greatest quarterback ever for no reason whatsoever, other than he was young and had a good rookie year. Like, just a good rookie year, not a phenomenal, like a good rookie year. But man, giving up Kyler, who's like still not Cup, not him. Oh boy. Let's go Scattaboo. But giving up Kyler and the 104 for Stroud in an early second, man. Like that Nico trade, I understand. That seems like okay, like yeah, you think back to this time last year and how those players were being valued. Seems like a good trade. I mean, I get that Stroud was super hyped up last year and nobody wanted Kyler. And look, Kyler wasn't that good. Kyler was fine. He was okay. But I mean, Stroud was awful. So it worked out. But I mean, the 104 feels excessive. Kyler in the 104 for Stroud feels excessive. All right, Yick wants to know what I recommend going back-to-back running backs first 2 rounds, assuming I can go choose among CMC. Again, I mean, if the best available wide receivers are London, AJB, Ladd, and Higgins, and you have your choice between CMC, Achane, Genty, Henry, Jacobs, yeah, I'm going running back. Probably going Genty, CMC, or Genty, Henry, depending on how safe I want to be. Ooh, now this is not a real question. In a keeper league, would you prefer Gibbs or Neighbors as your keeper? What? You can only keep one of those guys? I think it's got to be Neighbors, though. Assuming it's PPR. Like, I would just rather have the wide receiver. All right, let's go. Let's take a rookie here. I like Trey Harris. Like, assuming it's full PPR, I think I would rather have the wide receiver. The young stud wide receiver. So, man, that's a tough decision. Those guys are both great, but I think I'll take Neighbors. Hello, Aquavision. What's up? So that if JD goes into KC and beats Mahomes and then goes on to win the Super Bowl, you mean if he went into Philly and beat the Eagles? Because, or are you saying like if they had beaten the Eagles then beaten Mahomes in the Super Bowl? Oh, I think if the Commanders win the Super Bowl this year, people will start talking about him as the best quarterback in the NFL, no doubt. Because we're talking about a guy as a rookie went to the NFC Championship game and lost to the Super Bowl champs. If the Commanders somehow win it this year, yeah, there'd be serious discussion about whether he's the best quarterback in the NFL or not. But that's a long ways away still. That's still a tall task. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're at the point we have to start thinking about bye weeks for my Jaylen Hurts says week 9 bye. Forgot about that. Bye weeks are out now. Hey, we at least have hope now. This time last year, you would have said that everybody would have laughed at you that no chance they could go to the Super Bowl. All right, so there's 2 QBs I'm willing to take here, so I'm going to go with Tootin. Hope one of them makes it back to me. Yes, like Scott says, hit that like button. Oh, you're saying if JD goes into KC week, I don't even think JD going into KC and winning is all that. It's all that crazy. It still feels like hard to believe that the Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl. Like I never over the course of the season felt like the Chiefs were like this dominant team. How does this team just go 3 straight QBs? 3 straight QBs. Interesting. Does Jadon Blue really have a chance? Of course he has a chance. Who's he got to beat out? Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. Certainly has a chance. Certainly has a chance. I think he's certainly worth some late round dart throws. All right, so Dak did indeed fall to me. I'll take him to pair with CD. I mean, yeah, the Chiefs. I feel like yes, I'm not ready to say like Mahomes, but Mahomes did not have a great year last year. Even if you look outside the statistics, he wasn't like the same Mahomes, and it just never felt like the Chiefs were like the Eagles for a lot of the season. Just felt like they were much better than everybody. They had an elite defense, they had an unstoppable running game, and when they needed to, they could throw the football. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they didn't have an elite passing game because they didn't really need to. But when they got in those type of games where they needed to, they could do it and win the game. Chiefs felt like a lot of smoke and mirrors, and the Chiefs kind of felt like if you watch golf, a lot of times in like the majors, the guy who wins the tournament, it's not because he shot like 10 under on the last round. It's because he just didn't make mistakes while everybody else was like getting nervous and making mistakes. Like the Chiefs just never beat themselves. You know, the Bills beat themselves. The Ravens always beat themselves. The Chiefs never beat themselves. Yeah, nobody in the AFC can beat the Chiefs because the Chiefs never beat themselves, and all the AFC teams like like the Ravens, the Bills, they choke. They beat themselves. Is there a limit to the amount of rookies I will take in a single draft? I mean, I don't have like a set number, but I certainly don't want to be like too rookie heavy in these things. Because not all these rookies are going to pan out in year one. Yeah, exactly, young Manny. The Chiefs just don't beat themselves. Other teams beat themselves, except the Eagles, because again, the Eagles just had the Eagles. What was the Eagles' weakness last year? Like, really, what was their weakness? Ooh, let's get a shade of a share of Dalton Kincaid here. I like Kincaid. I like him this year. I mean, you could say the Eagles' weakness is QB, but I don't think that's really fair. Like, yeah, Jaylen Hurts doesn't put up incredible numbers, but Jaylen Hurts does exactly what the team needs him to do. And it's not like game management. Sometimes it's running for first downs. Sometimes it's making the big throws. Like, yeah, he doesn't put up crazy numbers. He didn't put up crazy numbers last year, at least throwing the ball, because they had Saquon Barkley and an elite defense. They have an elite defense in Saquon Barkley. But like if you put, like you can't just put like an average QB there and the Eagles are going to be that good. Because Jaylen Hurts also forces defenses. Hold on, I gotta make a pick here before I time out. Like Jaylen Hurts also keeps defenses honest for Saquon Barkley. Because the threat is still there of Jaylen Hurts making plays through the air. Like, with all due respect to Jared Goff, who's been good in Detroit, defenses aren't worried about Jared Goff making a play. You put any top 5 QB with any team, and they're going to be good. I mean, you're talking about the best quarterbacks in the game. But if you give the Eagles like a bottom 15 QB, yeah, they might still be good, but they probably don't win the Super Bowl. Like you give the Eagles Sam Darnold, that guy's going to wet the bed when the games matter. He's going to throw 3 interceptions in the big game, and you're going to lose. And with all due respect to Baker, I feel the same way. There's going to be a game. There's going to be some game in the playoffs where Baker Mayfield throws 3 interceptions and the Eagles lose. Nah, Baker will have one of those games where he turns it over. He makes too many mistakes. He'll make too many mistakes. And against a really good team, that's what lost the game. What lost the game for the Commanders against the Eagles? All those fumbles. All those fumbles are why the Commanders lost that game. For some reason in that NFC Championship game, nobody on the Commanders could hold on to the football. That's what Baker will do that in one game. Yeah, exactly. The fumbles. That's what Baker will find. And Baker will be great. And then they'll get to like that NFC Championship game against whoever, and he'll throw 3 picks and they'll lose. Like Jared Goff. All right, let's take the value on Knoll here. I mean, the bar isn't very high for Jaylen Hurts, but I also think because the team around him is so good, he doesn't get the credit. Yeah, he is surrounded by elite players all over the place, but I mean, you look at Jaylen Hurts, like it's not like this guy was trash before last year. I mean, when they didn't have, in fact, I would like last year. I mean, you look at it, the 2 years prior, 3,700 yards, 3,800 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, 15 touchdowns rushing, 22, 23 passing touchdowns. He completed 66, 65% of his passes. Last year was arguably like his worst year statistically because he didn't need to. He can throw. Stop it. Are we still doing this? It's 2025. Stop it. Why am I still having to have Jaylen Hurts debates in the year of 2025? The guy just won Super Bowl MVP. Oh, crap. I'm on the clock. Panic pick Firemouth. Okay, Jaylen Hurts last year ranked 8th in accuracy rating, 4th in true completion percentage, 12th in red zone completion percentage, 9th in red zone accuracy rating, 16th in catchable pass rate. Like, this guy is far from trash. Okay, Nick Foles just went on a heater, an absolute heater at the perfect time. We've seen guys go on heaters before. He just went on a heater at the exact right time. And credit to Nick Foles. Went on a heater at the right time. Like, come on. Nick Foles was never any good. I mean, okay, yeah, he had a better playoff run than Hurts because he had to. They didn't have Saquon Barkley in an elite defense. But he just went on a heater that year. Let's stop. Stop this nonsense. And you're discounting what Jaylen Hurts does with his legs as well. This is like only looking at Jaden Daniels passing. Or like only looking at Lamar Jackson's passing or Josh Allen's passing. Oh gosh, here we go. The difference between him and Kellen Moore is that Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl winning MVP quarterback, and Kellen Moore is just a coach. Didn't do anything in the NFL. Come on, young money. You're just trying to stir the pot now. All right, I got to get back to this draft. I have not been paying attention. All right. I mean, is Keenan going to play somewhere this year? What's going on, Keenan? He's got to play somewhere, right? He was good. All right, maybe Lamar was a bad example. And are you really comparing Kellen Moore at Boise State to Jalen Hurts in the NFL? Come on. You went 43 to starter at Boise State. You went played at Boise State. Oh man. Thanks for making me laugh, young money. All right. I honestly don't even know what's going on my team right now. I am like hardly paying attention. I think I need running backs. What round are we in? We got 2 rounds left. Okay, I just need running back from here on out. Dobbins, Lloyd, Corum. Still believe in Corum as an elite handcuff. What is the over under on Cowboys wins right now, young money? 7? Yeah, I'd probably go over that too. It's not a lot of wins. They added Pickens. They drafted a first round O lineman. Defense should be better. I sniped you on Corum. All right. I wouldn't be too upset about not getting Corum. Who do we like here? Who's going to be the surprise? Oh, yeah. Saints are going to be terrible. I hate to say it, but I'm not touching Chris Olave this year. Can't do it. Unless they do actually trade him, but I doubt it. But then what? They're saying the Steelers? I can't feel better about them on the Steelers, honestly. Who's going to be that running back that comes out of nowhere? Yeah, Saints quarterback room probably worse. I mean, I shouldn't even say probably. Definitely worse than the Colts. Let's go Taj Brooks. All right. We'll gamble on Brooks. All right, let's see how this team turned out because I honestly really middle of the draft, I really Young Money got me riled up about Jaylen Hurts, and I was not really paying attention. Who did I end up with here? Let's see. Let's take a look. All right, my third schnauzer. We got Hurts and Dak. I love that. I think Dak is being way undervalued this year, even with the addition of Pickens. It's like everybody's like, oh, Pickens on the Cowboys, that's great, but nobody wants Dak anymore. So I stacked Dak with CD, Hurts with Devonta Smith, got Terry, Godwin, a couple of rookies, and then let's hope Keenan Allen plays somewhere. Achane, Anchor RB, Scattaboo, Tootin, Garendo, Corum, Taj Brooks. So, a little risky there at RB, but with Achane holding down the fort, hopefully a couple of those guys can come through for me. Then we got Laporta, Kincaid, and Freiermuth. Panic pick Freiermuth at tight end. It's fine. It's a team. I don't know if it's my favorite team, but it's a team. It'll work. It's another schnauzer. All right, don't forget, we'll be back Wednesday to do Best Ball Mania. And again, if you're checking this out and you're like, hey, I want to do these drafts, go to Underdog Fantasy, sign up using promo code ENDGAME, get that free pick and $1,000 in bonus credits that you can use for these drafts right away. So we'll be back here Wednesday, probably about the same time for a Best Ball Mania 6. Appreciate everybody on here. Appreciate the discussion, Young Money. Appreciate you making me laugh. All right, guys, don't forget to check out all the videos coming out. We'll see you guys back here on Wednesday.